Hi guys, how are ya? Universal Angel with Soul Healing Unity. So I wanted to jump on today. Again, happy Mabon. Super ecstatic about the fall season. It is my favorite time of year after all. So I just wanted to open our channel of energy. I just like to do this. Always a good cleansing for the aura. I'm going to open this channel with all archangels, guides, guardians, ascended masters to assist me in this process. May the channel be clear and open and to receive. And so it is. So guys, I wanted to jump on and share with you a little bit more on the importance of Mabon, right? This Libra season. First day of fall, the fall equinox. What are the equinox and solstices? This is something that is important as well. I will be leaving a link in the comments section. Still kind of adjusting to getting used to these links and, navigating everything. But I will be leaving a couple links for you guys to become more familiar with that planetary involvement. For those of you who have watched my last video, please check that one out too if you have not. And that one is the last video uploaded, and 1010 was ironically the amazing numerology that it ended up timing to. Unintentionally. So we know that we have those messages from spirit. So Mabon, guys, just as the leaves, as I have shared before, must fall from the trees. The trees must shed their leaves, right? Because they no longer serve them. If those leaves that were dying stay upon this plant, and think of us as a tree, we are so connected to that Divic kingdom, right? If we continued, if we were that tree and held on to those leaves, those leaves, all of these little tiny leaves, yes, every single aspect works together as a whole, right? So all of these leaves that were toxic for us, and we left those on there. So that's like carrying our baggage in the human sense, right? All of this debris and stuff that stays lodged within our auras, with our mind, body, and spirit. If we do not remove these things, it will manifest in physical ailments. This can lead to a continuation of trauma. This is also how you can create some bad karmic debts. And those of you who are on the path of ascension, we are on the path of also clearing all karmic debts, right? So back to Mabon. How do we give thanks? Mabon is all... it's mainly known in the, or I shouldn't say that, it is most widely celebrated within the ancient Celtic and Druid communities, if you will, as well as the other cultures who participate in the adornment, for lack of better words, of the solstices, equinoxes, and Sabbats, which just has to do with that planetary alignment. I will be doing a video on that, guys, for you as well. So again, we're coming into the fall season, right? We're shedding all these things that no longer serve us. The winter months are coming up. We're going to be inside. We're going to be indoors. It's going to be cold outside. Many of us do suffer. I don't want to say suffer. I'm going to be mindful of my words, right? But many of us tend to kind of flow with the cycles. And then speaking for myself, actually, it's like when the winter comes, I go into, again, the Hermit card. And so I go into this internal role, right? So Mabon is preparation for that winter solstice, or the Yule, right? The beginning of the new year. It's also about giving. The main thing is about giving thanks, celebration for all of our harvest. It's also about the god of hunt. A lot of people associate it with Pan and our Divic kingdom. Some crystals that are good to use to work with the Divic kingdom, guys, absolutely amazing for elementals. We have moldavite. You can see there, moldavite is outstandingly, amazingly potent. And then let's see, I wanted to show you the importance of something else. Sorry guys, my background's a little off today, but I don't want to knock you down again. I've just been fumbly today. So in that, guys, you see the shape of the leaf, right? But within this leaf is like the egg, or symbolic also of the womb, correct? So the sacred mother, the vessel, love, emotions, as well as the chalice. Those of you that might have a chalice, just a cup. Cleanse it. Do your 3 C's: cleanse, clear, charge. 4 C's, and then consecrate. Which is to bless or imbue. Would say a sacred oil, just any cup that you have that you can set aside, a special cup to give thanks. Go outside underneath that waning moon. Here's to shedding what no longer serves me and to start that new chapter of my amazing life. Or here's to that fresh painting on that new canvas, right? So we want to give thanks. These are little things that anybody can do, right? I mean, some of you may have some flowers around, right? These flowers, don't forget our colors. Pink, symbolization of love. White, carnations for purity. And rose is also symbolic of the personally what I like to say is my path, and that is with the Fibonacci sequence and sacred spiral. It's about that unfolding, we are like an onion, is how I feel, or a rose even, okay, when it comes to mind, body, and spirit. And I feel that as we grow and we evolve, just as the rose will open and bloom, right, in that sacred spiral, just like everything else does in the universe, as within, so without, then it starts to shed those things that no longer serve it, but it stays in that continuum of growing in its beauty and essence and that purity, right? So that's what we want to do, and that's symbolic of the rose. So roses, according to color, can vary on what they are good for. For example, yellow could be friendship, and you can also get the dyed roses too. I preferably just like the natural, but if you want to add some little extra color or oomph and say give something to a friend to show your gratitude, hey, don't forget that just a small gesture could change somebody's life that day. Guys, back to the Divic realm, right? Because we're talking about giving thanks to Pan, to our Divic kingdom. What is the Divic kingdom, Amanda? For those of you that do not know what the Divic kingdom is, it is our nature, nurture, also symbolic of netters, if anybody wants to jump in on that one. But yes, it's about nature. It's about celebrating and harvesting what seeds we had planted, you know, whether this be in the physical realm, over Astera, meaning the spring equinox, or this be in the mental realm, you know, what thoughts and intentions were we holding? Hopefully those of you had set your intentions at Astera. If you want to check out a video, I do have one on Astera. Check it out. Just getting out there, guys. But anything symbolic, it doesn't even have to be a crystal, guys. If you do not have something, grab a piece of paper. Okay, use your colors. You know, what chakra is it you're wanting to work on? You know, because we are all part of the 12 frequencies, band frequency. There will be more videos on that later. But for example, to show my gratitude to spirit, I'm putting this underneath the waning moon. And there's my sage at the top there, a little bit of chamomile. You know, I will be working on the sacral, because sacral is dealing with like emotions. This is a homeopathic, Reiki infused solar plexus, chakra focused basalt that I like to utilize. Plenty of herbs, essential oils. I only use the most pure doTERRA, and they also give back to Mother Gaia the most out of all companies. If anybody's interested in some samples, like I said, trying to get out in the community, please give me a shout out. Right now I'm starting on Facebook. Well, I had been for several years, so I'm trying to get across the platforms. So if you want to reach out through Soul Healing Unity on Facebook, or Amanda Backus on Facebook, Backes, that would be greatly appreciated, and I'll get you a sample as soon as possible. Back to giving that thanks. Guys, anything symbolic that is special to you for your intent will work, okay? And setting any intention at any time, but especially these potent times. And don't forget the lunar and solar energies, right? Mabon as well is about the equal length of day and night. So, and also the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. So we are celebrating these things. We are appreciating these things. This is also a time of reflection, right? Those of you on the twin flame journey, you know what I'm talking about, especially, even if you're not. But this is a time where we do a lot of self-reflecting, okay? And this can be in our relationships with soulmates, twin flames, karmics, etc. But we also, most importantly, do this self-examination. This is a perfect time for this. Is everything balanced within our minds? Are we speaking, you know, what's going on with our body? Have we been attentive to our health care? What is the last thing that we've done to holistically heal our bodies? And then we come into spirit. This is the perfect time to start harvesting as well when it comes to certain herbs, such as amazing in the Central North America area. To harvest at this perfect time are the sunflowers, the goldenrod. Let's see what another one is. Solomon seal is another great one. So just a reminder, guys, I'm tongue-tied. Just a reminder to grab those goodies before it is too late in the winter season, because in that now we can start to gather these things and try to complete that balance of mind, body, and spirit, right? That yin and that yang, which is also symbolic of Mabon, right? Because we have equal light to our darkness today, right? And we are preparing, right? Because Equinox is a preparation, if you will, for solstice, in a certain way of thinking, lack of better words. So we are going to prepare ourselves for this amazing inward journey that we're about to embark on this winter. So excited that this is my year to step out there and get with you guys. Again, let's see, there's something else that I started with. I'm so sorry. Oh, symbolism, guys. Let me show you something. If you do not, say you don't have a crystal, if you have a crystal card, a picture, if you want to print it, I mean, the more emphasis and energy you put into anything, the more potent it is. Oh, how cool. And out popped azurite. Azurite is one of my favorite stones, the stone of heaven. Also connects with Inanna, Ishtar. And azurite. I'm going to share this since it popped out. It said expanded awareness. My awareness is expanding with an abundance of clarity. And guys, as we do this self-reflection, something that I had come over this year that was so just amazingly spirit cleansing, although it was kind of ironic in how like simplistic the logic could have been. You know, those of you who know me and have followed me upon my journey, I have been, you know, utilizing cards and such for 25 years. I didn't really step out into the social aspects of this until just recently. And with that, you know, I want to be able to be a part of your journey with you. So I'm going to share with you as much information as I can. And those of you who have any questions or would like to set up any like coaching one-on-one sessions with me, please do. I am a Yusui Ryoho Shinpaiden, so I am a Reiki Master level teacher, levels 1, 2, 3, and a tuner. I'm also a life coach, 4-time shaman, and your sister in humanity here who would love to help. And speaking of asking for your help, that's where I was at with that again. You guys, as you watch me, you'll see I get so excited with spirit. Asking for help. Yes, I was told, you know, something came over. I was watching somebody's video that has been really inspiring to me lately, right? Because I know that as I, you know, try to flow with the seasons and I'm shedding all these things that no longer serve me. I mean, all the way down from, you know, clothes that don't fit to items that I never use, right? I know that by doing this, I'm telling the universe, I am ready for that abundance. I am, and when I say abundance, that's the key there, okay? I said, you say to the universe, I'm ready for that abundance. I'm ready to bring these new things into my life. Well, let's talk about abundance. The self-realization, which has just been so amazing to me, just happened just this past week. It was crazy because I sat outside on a tire swing. I'm 38 years old. And as I swing in circles, as one of my favorite things that I used to do as a child, right? I'm trying to step into those archetypes. So I wanted to hit the sun card, right? That innocence, that pure, that divine, holy sacred being that we are, right? The childlike self. So I'm sitting there and I'm spinning and I'm watching the stars. And I said, oh, all of a sudden it come over me, abundance. I mean, what is abundance? Well, let's stop there for a sec. So those of you that are familiar with manifestation, I'm sure you know, especially those of you, you know, who are on your plant base and you're moving into the 5D and you're seeing how quick you can manifest. I'm sure that you guys can tell that the more that you raise your vibration, the more that these different things are going to come into play and cross your timeline. So in that, guys, if you come across any videos, sorry, spirit just spoke in my ear, so pardon me if I do get sidetracked sometimes. If you come across any videos, it doesn't have to be recent, sweetheart. If you ask, you will receive from spirit. A closed mouth doesn't get fed is another thing. That's what I was on, was utilizing that statement because it's so true. Many of us struggle with practicing humility, you know, or even if I'm such a humble person, right? But sometimes it's hard to ask for that help outside of self. Because of fear of criticism or whatever it may be. It's something egotistical, right? Because fear is an illusion, right? So stepping out of that fear. So for example, you know, I'm stepping out there and again, asking you guys, what type of videos would you like for me to put out there? What type of shorts? What do you guys like? Oh goodness, how strange. My necklace, the Turritella, just fell out. For those, we do hand make these, all natural, by the way, guys. Must have been time to show you guys. I do pick little sacred charms, bells, This is ebony, sacred ebony wood. And tarantella is amazing for opening that third eye. Also for grounding in the fall season. Kind of ironic that it fell off during the video. Shedding those things that no longer serve us, right? It's time to relax and adjust to that second shift, right in the middle of making a transition. Oh, but another thing, guys, giving thanks, that gratitude. And that's what I was getting at, is that this person that inspired me with these videos, I reached out today because I am new and getting out on these other platforms, right? And hey, guys, what is it that you want to hear? And with what I've shared with you, if you have any questions, please list them below. I'm so eager to jump out there and get into my service work. And you know, again, my dream is not to be rich or famous, but just to touch as many souls as possible. And I would love to be a part of your journey as well. So guys, remember how I was talking about the shapes, right? Let's not forget within nature, we have our sacred geometry, of course. And also, okay, let's think about this as the sun or the moon, right? Not just the sacred circle or the vessel or the protector, but also offering, the womb, mother, sun, moon, all representative of. Then I have some kyanite, which is amazing for meeting those spirit guides and your guardian angels, as well as the other hierarchies of angels. In particular, I do angel magic, the invocation of angels. I keep things, I harm me none. And in that they've never steered me wrong. Kyanite is an ultimate favorite stone. As a crystal healer, guys, please get your hands on some. This is black kyanite, so I'm showing gratitude to all of my ancestors. So the blue kyanite, also symbolic of the throat chakra or Libras, right? Because Libras are throat chakra rulers. Spirit said, don't forget to tell them to set those boundaries, guys. Set those boundaries. The more you continue to raise your vibration, the more that's going to continue to come at you to try to knock you off your square. Don't have it. Utilize your crystals. Give the thanks to Spirit, right? Give that thanks to Spirit. Back to the kyanite, guys. Don't forget your ancestors. The blue, amazing for the vocalization, opening the throat chakra and setting those boundaries. The black kyanite is amazing for, I'm personally a medium. I've seen spirits since a child. This is particularly potent for me as far as it will bring those trying to connect through on the other side of the veil. It will bring them quickly, especially if you are a medium or have clairvoyance abilities. I also here have my quartz cluster. I like to amp everything with a quartz cluster. What I have learned in crystal healing, guys, is that it doesn't matter the size of a stone per se, the size compared to the size of the sun, for example, right, in its tapestry, right? It will still pack the same amount of punch. And somebody please correct me if I am wrong on this, because I find it a little, it's neat, it's really neat. But I was taught that only the crystal clusters, because of the points and the, to my understanding, magnetic pull of the quartz points and the abundance of them with the sacred geometry and the crystalline grid, it amplifies things. And so therefore, a crystal quartz would amplify things on a more potent level. Let's see, we've got our howlite, which is a great cousin of the turquoise. It's a little bit less expensive as well if you're tight on budget, guys. And then I have the true turquoise. I like my stones raw because I feel that the less that they have touched Mother Earth, the less I have to clear, being so sensitive to energy. Then I do have a tumble selenite. Selenite is my ultimate favorite, the Christed stone. It's amazing for aligning all chakras, cleansing your atmosphere, such as the EMFs put out by your radio frequencies, such as on telephone, any electronics, guys, that's important. Oh, and don't forget your Himalayan sea salt lamps or crystal burners. That serves the same purpose, as well as if you guys have any rose quartz or just even salt, sea salt preferably, and you want to cleanse your crystals, just put them in a bowl, cover them with salt for 3 days, you'll be fine. If you don't have salt, hey, Mother Nature's waiting outside, right? Also, in my offering bowl, I do offer, remember, when we put more emphasis into things, guys, the more potent our magic is going to be, okay? So I utilized a sage that I had used during the last equinox. Yes, I save my ritual tools because what I have found out is that the more you utilize them, the more potent they get. It's such a high manifestation rate right now. It's beautiful. And then that I have the yellow rose, symbolic of friendship. So I'm cutting those out of my circle, and I'm releasing this through my leaves, right? Or the leaf theory that I'm running with here. I'm releasing all of the relationships. Remember that sacral chakra, relationships that no longer serve me. And so I can reflect on it in this winter, and then therefore decide what new seeds I need to plant, right? Because if our garden is full, right, especially of all these like sick plants, if you will, or all that baggage, how are you to plant new healthy harvest? It doesn't work. The sacred spiral shell, symbolic of the sacred feminine Fibonacci sequence. Then we have a stone, the carnelian, orange carnelian, symbolic of our solar plexus. And then I also had drizzled this with honey in my brass container. Brass is one of my, silver container. Silver is one of my birth metals, if you will. So I like to utilize and incorporate these things, especially during certain times of the year, etc. But I drizzle it with honey as I know Mother Isis and Osiris, I understand their great power and their great leadership, and I know that they are here to assist me at this time in helping Mother Earth raise her through her ascension as well as humanity. Guys, also to set some intent, the fool's gold, hence fools. So this is also called pyrite. This is the official name, if you will, for it. Pyrite is amazing for seeing through to the truth of the situation, right? Not being fooled. That's how I remember it with the fool's gold, right? Pyrite. And then guys, anything, if you don't have stones, anything symbolic, shapes, if you don't have any of these like little items, you know, or even a simple stone like this that you could flip and use, or a simple shell that you could flip and use for your vessel, and pop your little herbs in, or your sacred oils, right, in front of the moon. You know, just as simple as this. Light your little candle and scribe on your candle. Set your intentions. Set your release. What is it that you know you need to let go of? Bay leaves are an amazing release factor too. I might go ahead and jump on into a video on a release for you guys. Anyway, I better jump off of here. Got so excited. But yeah, any tools that you do not have, guys, draw it, write it. And then if you don't have any of that, speak it. If you don't have that, visualize it. Envision it. Visualize it. May all of you stay blessed, beautiful, and amazing souls.